In life, we lose people. Sometimes to time, sometimes to choice, and sometimes to the unknown. Welcome to Africa Kids Reactions, where stories are not just told, they're felt. I'm your host, Olivia, and today's episode hits closer than ever. It's about friendship, pain, disappearance, mystery, and betrayal. The story of Josephine, a beloved member of the Africa Kids in Love media team, a young woman who vanished without a trace, leaving behind questions and tears. And just when everyone had made peace with her death, she returned, but not as the same Josephine they once knew. Joining me to break down this intense story is my returning guest, someone who's watched it all unfold. Joseph, thank you for being here today. This episode is like something out of a movie, but it's all too real, isn't it?
Absolutely, Olivia. I followed this story from the beginning, and every chapter feels like a twist we didn't see coming.
Let's begin from the top. The day Josephine disappeared.
She was one of the brightest souls in Africa Kids in Love media. Always present, always laughing, and always giving powerful performances. But one day, she was gone. No goodbyes, no messages, just silence. At first, the team thought maybe she'd taken a break. You know, burnout is real in creative spaces, but weeks passed, then months. Then came the unthinkable. A poster surfaced.
The team was devastated.
They broke down, Olivia. These weren't just co-workers, they were family. Losing Joe shattered them. But what made it so powerful was what they chose to do next. They gathered, cried, mourned, then agreed that Joe would have wanted them to keep going. So they went back on set. They picked up the cameras, and they started creating again. For her.
And then came the impossible.
Yes, it was a normal shooting day. White was running late. Erica called her just to check in. But something happened during that phone call. White saw Josephine appear out of nowhere.
Wait, you're saying Josephine showed up during the call?
Exactly. White was shocked. Her hands were shaking. She told Erica immediately, "I just saw Josephine." Naturally, the whole team was in disbelief. Hines and Fred even went searching, but there was no trace of her. Then the next day, it happened again. Olivia'S saw Josephine. Only this time, she didn't vanish.
This gives me chills. What happened?
Josephine was sitting calmly, talking with a man. Olivia'S approached, heart pounding. She introduced herself. Joe looked confused, didn't recognize her at all. Then the man spoke up, and what he said changed everything. He claimed to be an herbalist. One day, while heading to his farm, he found Josephine wounded and unconscious near the bush path. He carried her home, cared for her, and eventually they took her to hospitals. That's when they confirmed she had lost her memory.
So Josephine wasn't dead, but she didn't even know who she was?
Exactly. She didn't remember Africa Kids in Love media, didn't recognize her closest friends. She saw videos of herself performing and simply said, "That girl looks like me."
And the rest of the team?
They all came to see her, with the manager. When she saw them, it was like looking at strangers, the pain in their eyes. Olivia, you could feel it through the screen. But instead of giving up, they made a decision. We will help her remember.
That is such raw, human love. But there's more to this, isn't there?
Yes. The man said Josephine was nearly being attacked by someone in a mask at the house, which left him worried as to what she could have done to the person that would make him take the step to harm her. This started a new mystery. Who was behind the attack?
And then came the investigation.
Fred, Erica, and Olivia'S decided to search. Tracing an area close to where Josephine was found, they saw the masked figure. Fred took the lead and tackled the person. The girls rushed in to unmask him. And Olivia. It was Heinz.
No! Heinz? One of their own?
Yes. The one they trusted, the one who stood by them through the tears. He was the one behind Josephine's suffering all along.
That is shocking. What could possibly be his reason?
We don't know yet, but this is where the episode ends. A cliffhanger that has left everyone speechless.
Thanks so much, Joseph. Thank you for joining us on Africa Kids Reactions.
Thanks, Olivia. I'm always happy to be here.
We'll be back with part 2 of The Vanishing of Josephine, where we uncover Heinz's motive and whether Josephine's memory can be restored. This story is filled with love, pain, betrayal, and mystery. Josephine may not remember her past, but the people who love her are ready to fight for her future. And as for Heinz, his secrets are about to come to light. Until then, share this episode. And remember, sometimes the scariest things aren't ghosts, but the people we trust. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on part 2 of this amazing story from Africa Kids in Love. Our reactions await the next part. What be the reason behind Heinz after Josephine's life? We all have known them to be very close to each other since the very day of this production. What suddenly happened? We will see for ourselves in the next chapter. I'm Olivia. Stay tuned and stay blessed. See you again. Bye.
Africa Kids in Love.